Well, good morning. I am on Haleakala. 7 o'clock. I just started the trail and we watched the sun come up and it was awesome. Now I'm going down into the crater of the volcano. I have to stay on trail here because I could get arrested if I don't. It's illegal to go off trail. It's a national park and it's just the way it is. So I'm gonna get down into the valley here a little bit more before I do some more video. All right. So I'm maybe a mile in. I started up there, but I wanted to pick up the pace because there was some loudmouth people behind me. So, oh man, this is amazing. I hope the camera's kind of steady enough for you guys to get a good view of everything. But once I get about 2 hours in, I'll stop and make some tea. I mean, I've only been hiking for 15 minutes. It's all downhill. I think I calculated it's about 12 miles, but it's all downhill. The lady at the ranger station said it was a 7-hour hike. I'm hiking from the summit down to what's called Hosmer's Grove. I'm sure I'll show plenty of maps in my videos. So that you can see it. I found a little bit of shade. Shrinking fast. The air is still really cool right here. And on the way down, in any place that had a low spot or shade had ice. I mean, not ice as in like a sheet of ice, but you can see it in the sand, shining in the sun. That's from when the clouds gather up here. The moisture freezes, and then it still, sticks around till the sun burns it off. When we were pulling up here, it was about 35 degrees, and in the sun, it's quite a bit warmer. And you can see I'm wearing a flannel, and I'm glad I brought it because it was really cold before the sun came up. So. These plants are cool. Alright, so I've been at it for an hour now. I'm at one of the upper levels of the crater floor. It's still going down. This whole thing's going to be down, but there's a couple different levels to the crater floor, and I'm at the first level where it flattens out, and I gotta tell you, it's so peaceful out here. Other than the sounds of my feet, there's nothing. When I stop, there's no wind, there's no animal noises, just peace and quiet. and it's awesome. So in another hour at 9 o'clock is when I'm going to stop and make tea and have a snack. I haven't ate anything yet today because we got up at 3:45 to get up to the top by the time the sun comes up. So now it looks like I'm heading back up, maybe 50 feet up, and then heading down again. That right over there, that peak in the middle, not the tall ones, the ones, the lower ones, and there's one there. There's another peak right there. Those are cinder cones from the last, from the activity, last time this volcano had activity. It's a dormant volcano, but I guess it could become active at any time, but I don't think it's erupted for who knows how long. So. But I have a fact, and I guess it could be useless, but it's definitely relevant to where I'm at. Hawaii is a chain of islands, if you don't know. I'm sure most people do know. And it's a chain of volcanoes, as most people know. But technically the Hawaiian Islands was made by a caldera. And that's a supervolcano. Now, a lot of you may have heard of the supervolcano in, what's that national park? In Yellowstone. That's why Yellowstone is so active, because there's a caldera underground there. It's a supervolcano. It's a big pocket of lava that, bulges up. And it's actually underneath the entire park in Yellowstone. Massive, miles and miles across. And it bulges up, and then the lava goes down, and it leaves a big void. And at least with Yellowstone, every 600,000 years or so, it collapses in on itself, and that causes a super eruption. I live in Kansas City, and I don't know how many miles off the top of my head that is, but the last time that it happened, there was 6 feet of ash buried Kansas City. And they found that out because they found ash in Nebraska, and they're trying to know, where did this come from? Anyways, that goes back to go back to the Hawaiian Islands. It's the same mechanism at work here. It's a caldera, except it's a completely different kind of rock. There's no buildup. There's no collapsing. I mean, there's minor ones, but not in the scale that Yellowstone has. That's how the islands got built. And because the rock is so much different, it doesn't build up and explode into a super volcano the same way that Yellowstone does. So, yep, I'm full of useless stuff, but I thought it was interesting. And I'm sure some of you will think it's interesting as well. I don't know if you can make it out, but the trail goes down and back and forth. And once it gets down there, it goes straight across all that flat way over there to where the clouds are. And hopefully I'll be able to get into the clouds within an hour and a half. So I've made it to the First trail split. I'm not going to be heading off in the direction that I pointed out earlier. I thought the trail split was farther down, but it's right here. And I'm going to be heading out across no man's land over to go up. It looks like it goes up that part. Came down from there, and it looks like I've left everybody else far behind. So right now I'm on the floor of the volcano, and as far as I could tell, I have the entire volcano to myself, which is great. It's 8:30, and I've been hiking for an hour and a half, and I've gone 3.9 miles. I'm gonna sit down for like 2 minutes, drink some water, and then head off. I don't want to do tea here because I'm still really exposed. I'm gonna try to find a place to sit in the shade too. Now remember when I said that this was all downhill? Well, I guess I lied, because right up in front of me there, it looks pretty uphill to me, but should be fine. It's not like I'm going up that or anything, which I gotta build up to with my breathing, but breathing is better than it used to be. I'm at the top of the part where I was going up, and it just keeps getting more and more beautiful. I mean, look at that. The wind's blowing in now. I would say here within, I don't know, a bad judge of time. I don't know how fast they're moving or how fast I'm moving. I would say pretty soon, in a little while, I'll be down there in the clouds, because as far as I could tell with the map, keep going down here and then I go around that, because my car is parked on the other side of that mountain, but it should skirt around it. So it looks like I just passed the second trail split. And There's an outcropping here that looks perfect to stop for tea. I'm only 20 minutes past my goal of stopping, or my plan of stopping at 2 hours for tea. So not too bad. Just so happens there's an awesome spot right here. I mean, this is pretty cool looking. Because I was looking at the map and I have to go, I still have a ways across the crater. Instead of going down and out and across, you go across the top of it. So I'm gonna sit back up in here somewhere and make some tea. It looks like somebody camped here at some point, but yeah, that's cool. Finished up my tea back in the little hole there, and I'm going to get started again because I want to get out of the crater within an hour. And from what I could see of the trail, I believe I can. I don't know. I'm going off that direction. You can see it goes right around there, but then it drops down into the From what I could tell, this is the lowest part of the crater. I think over on the other side of that ridge, those are the cinder cones. They just look different from down here. It's not quite as low as this, I believe. That wind coming from that direction's north, and where the clouds are. Now I'm getting closer and closer to them. And I think within 5-10 minutes I'll be at the rim of the crater, I hope, and starting to head into those clouds, which I might have to put my flannel back on actually if I get into those clouds, because it's a little chilly right now, and it seems more chilly because I'm burnt from the first trail I did. And I'm probably getting burnt again right now, but that's part of being here. I don't mind it. Just I'll be nice and tan when I get back. Well, it looks like a bit of the cloud is starting to blow over me. And I can see it blowing in. That means this over here is coming towards me. And I'm not worried about it. But I am going to switch out the back on the GoPro so that it's waterproof, and put my phone in a waterproof case. Hey, look, this looks like there's somebody over there. I'm officially in the clouds. I'm about to cross paths with somebody. A group of 8 people talking, of course, really loud. Annoying. Well, I'm off on a little side trail called Silver Loop, I think. It's only like 1/10 of a mile, I'm pretty sure. quarter at the very most. It just goes right back to the trail that I was on. I figured the loop was probably put here for some reason, so maybe there's something to see down here.